Welcome back to the Focus ST Best Turbo Selection Series. So today we're going to be talking about the G35-900. So here are some specs off the ATP website for the G35-900. There is your compressor wheel specs right there. Comes with a 72 AR compressor housing. It's got a 62-76, and it's got the turbine wheel 68-62. So this is essentially like a 6262 comparable to a Precision in size. There's the compressor map, very similar to the G30-900 since it has the 900 compressor wheel. Very efficient. Very nice broad range right here. So it's going to be very good for the 600 wheel horsepower range, no problem. Then you got your turbine wheel maps right here. So a lot of people actually overlook these. So here's the G30 series map for the turbine wheel. So you look here, your 61 and 83, which is going to be the most popular options. So your 61 doesn't even reach 20. Then your blue line, which is the 83, goes up to almost 25. Okay. So, I mean, that's okay. But if you compare it to the G35 wheel, it's going to be way more efficient. So you get the 61 going up to almost 25. Then you get your blue line, which makes a big jump. That goes up to almost 30. So, really efficient. Now, all this really means to me, I like to look at these because it shows me that this is going to have way less back pressure than this turbine wheel right here. So the 83 AR is what I used on my 2.3 stroker, for example. Let me know in the comments what your turbo setup is, and like and subscribe. So this turbo comes with a 61 AR or 83. Now you can do an option for a 101 AR, and I believe they have even a bigger option, which is a 121, but nobody's going to get that. So the 101 would be like for drag racing. 61 would be more favorable for street stuff. 83 would be okay for the street, but mostly like highway pulls. So the spool numbers are for a built 2.0, not a stock 2.0, and based on E85 with an 83 AR. 20 PSI is going to be around 4,300 RPM. You're going to reach around 30 PSI, around 48 to 5,200 RPM. This is with stage 3 cams. The supporting mods, you're going to need all the bolt-ons you can throw at it. You're definitely going to need a built engine, whether it's a 2.0, a 2.3 would help spool about 500 RPM sooner. So just keep that in mind. And also, between the 61 and 83 AR, the spool difference is going to be around 600 to 800 RPMs. Also keep in mind that these spool numbers will be worse on pump gas. So, and also depends on your tuner and also your elevation. So at this point, you're definitely going to want a really good high flowing intercooler. The only really good two intercoolers that you can get right now for a big turbo like this to maximize the flow and efficiency is going to be either the CVF Fab intercooler. Use code BB5 at checkout to get your discount, or if you want even more higher horsepower range, it's not going to be much more. It's like 800 wheel horsepower rated. It's going to be the CP 5.5 inch thick one, but that's going to be 10 pounds heavier. So if you don't plan on reaching 800 wheel horsepower, then I'd recommend the CV Fab just because it's a higher quality. It can reach the efficiency range of 670 to 700 wheel horsepower, no problem. So, and it's 10 pounds lighter, so it's just easier on the mounting tabs for the support on the radiator, because the CP intercooler has actually been known to break the tabs, the plastic tabs on the radiator, and as well bend the aftermarket tabs on the radiator. So just keep that in mind. You're also going to want cams, stage 2 or stage 3, definitely. E85 fuel, 4-port aux fuel for all the fuel that you need to reach the goals that you want to get this turbo to be in the efficiency range. Now this turbo honestly is going to be really just getting the efficiency range past 30 psi. It's going to start waking up. So it's honestly really crazy. When I ran it, it was at 27 psi and it was just not even waking up yet. Horsepower range, so on the 2.0, I'd put it at 650 to 680, kind of similar to the G35-900 since it shares the same compressor wheel and compressor map. The 700 wheel horsepower max is where I put it for the 2.0 cylinder head, because really there hasn't been any 700 wheel horsepower numbers on a 2.0 head, but there might be soon. The 2.3 head is going to flow more because it has a +2 bigger exhaust valves and it has a 3-port, so it flows more. It has less back pressure, so you're going to essentially spool better and also just allow for more horsepower or the same amount of horsepower with less boost. So it's going to run more efficiently, less chance for head cracking. 650 to 700, I put it for the 2.3 head. Now it could be a little bit more. The max, I put it to 720 to 740 with a 2.3 head on a 2.0. This would be with a 2.3 head on a 2.0. Just keep that in mind. The price of the turbo is going to be about $2,800 to $3,000. That doesn't include all the lines, the manifolds, the downpipes, and everything else, the wastegates that you need. So the upgrades you're going to need for this turbo is going to be like an arc enemy manifold, external wastegate style. Obviously, you're going to run a Tile 44 or a Turbo Smart 45 wastegate, or you also have the Boost Ninjas kits as well. They have very similar in what the Arc Enemy kits have at Clayton. They're going to be like the G series downpipes that flow more, that gets rid of the adapter from the ATP kits, for example. So that's going to eliminate that restriction. The Boost Ninjas and the Clayton kits are not Garrett's. They're going to use, I believe, Pulsars for both of them. So they're going to be cheaper, more budget friendly. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Give the video a thumbs up if you made it this far. And like, subscribe. Use code BB5 at checkout for anything at cvfab.com. And if you want a really good tuner, get Alex at Stratified as well. Highly recommend him. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.